So here's what my husband made. We're having fajitas. Guacamole, salsa, refried beans, and this is rice with pasta in it. I've never heard of that, so I'm starting to make mine now. So, hi, no, I'm not set up. Hello. Okay, so do I eat corn chips with every single meal? Apparently I do. I'm having a fajita burrito with salsa and guac. What are you guys eating? Hope you're eating something good. Believe it or not, I do make a lot of soups and stuff. It doesn't matter. I'm just going through, I don't know, something. I was pretty sick after I ate those noodles this morning. Oh my god. So, obviously you've seen what's in this because I did a pre-video. Hopefully it's there. My husband made the fajita stuff. It's really good. It's so easy to make. So, there's so many things I want to watch, you guys. I don't have cable. I don't have any TV. But I do have Amazon Prime. And my girlfriend was telling me that The Handmaid's Tale is on Amazon Prime. I have wanted to see that for years. I guess it's on like season 6 or something right now. But I want to watch all of it from the beginning. And then my other girlfriend said that there's this case going on. I can't remember the lady's name. I don't even know what it's about. Oh my god. We got a leaker. I don't even know what it's about. But from what I've heard, there's like conspiracy theories and stuff, even like with the jury. Oh, you know I'm there for that. Yeah. Can't remember. So yeah. There's stuff I want to watch. I just I can't watch any Diamond Painting right now. It's really triggering me. Like bad. Like really, really bad. I'm getting so triggered. I did another funny video. I'm hungry. That's not hair. It's just from that avocado. I did another funny video, but it's aimed at creators. So I don't know like how many people would like really get it. I mean, oh my God, this is a mess. I mean, people are super smart. They'd probably get it. I am definitely stepping back for several reasons. Yeah, for several reasons. Anyway, enough of that. This is ridiculous. This is beyond messy. Oh my God, it's so good though. Zucchini. Oh my God, it's so good. You guys want to hear a story? Let me know your opinions on this. Yes, this actually happened to me. So I was a teacher at a local college. And I was a lead teacher. I had 4 assistants. I had the opportunity to go and study early childhood education in Europe, in Italy. It was a wonderful experience. I learned a lot. There's a region in Italy called Reggio Emilia, and it is specifically known for just some of the most amazing early childhood educators in the world. Yes, in the world. So I spent a week there. The other countries, but yeah. So anyway, the college did not pay for my trip, but they did pay my salary while I was there because it was a working trip. They didn't pay any of my expenses though. It was fun. That would have been nice. And there were several people, and I mean like tons of people from other colleges too. A big group of people. I'd say over 20, probably. Anyway, I got my degree in teaching. Also have my certificate. And yeah, that's great. Well, this job position came up. It was still for a lead teacher position. But it was for low income families. So like the students that I had in my classroom, we're talking a mortgage. With these kids, they had like, it was like state assistance and, you know, food programs and stuff like that. And, oh my God. So, I'm sorry, this is just so messy. So, I was totally qualified, like beyond qualified for this position. Me and another person applied for the same position. This was 2010. I don't know, I think. And so this person did not have a degree in teaching or a certificate, not even a certificate. They hadn't worked at the college as long as I had. They were a lead teacher, but they didn't even have a degree. And, you know, like I said, she hadn't worked there as long as I had. So we both applied for it. We never really liked each other anyway. Well, actually, I did like her until there was this whole thing. She used marijuana, medical, you know, medical, you know, yeah. And I knew that, but a ton of people knew that. And I think she was selling it. I don't know. I don't care. Well, apparently there was this was before it was legal in Washington State, so you had to have a medical card to have it. At the time. So somebody called the cops to her house. Okay. She thought it was me. This was before the job thing came into play. Right before the cops were called, to be fair, she had invited my husband and I over, and she was like showing it all to us, and I was just like, oh my God, because it was ridiculous. And I was just like, this isn't even legal, but it was fine because she had the card. So I was like, what do I care? So right after that, like, I don't know, within a month, somebody called the cops. She didn't get in trouble because she has a card. Nothing happened. Nothing. But I only found out about this through a second party. Cause I'm like, what the hell? She would talk to me. I'm like, what happened? Anyway, I finally had it one day. And I'm like, hey, we need to go for a walk. Now, So we went on a walk, and I didn't tell her that I knew what she was telling people. I didn't say nothing. I said, what's the matter? Like, what's going on? Aren't you talking to me? And she, of course, wouldn't admit it or go into it or anything like that. So I just freaking gave up. I was just like, whatever. You're totally not worth my time. I mean, if you were a real fan, you would have known that I didn't do that, first of all. But second of all, if you really did think it was me, you would have been like, hey, Raimi, did you do that? So she wasn't a real friend anyway. But, so she applied for the job. I applied for the job. I had more experience. I've been there longer. I have a degree. I have a certificate. She has none of those things. None. So I get called into the office. The director calls me. And I knew, like, a decision had been made. One way or the other, I didn't know at the time. And she's like, we've made a decision on the position. And I was like, okay. And she's like, we've chosen this other person. And I was like, huh, okay. And she goes, yeah, we just think it would be a better fit. And I was like, okay. Because I wanted to wait. I wanted her to get everything out before I asked any questions. Because I didn't want to, like, just jump, to conclusions and stuff. She goes, yeah, we just think it would be a better fit. And I said, okay. Obviously, I'm upset. I'm not going to pretend I wasn't. I said, okay. And she goes, she literally said this. She kind of leaned in. And she said, it really wouldn't look good for a white blonde woman to be heading up a low income program. What I failed to tell you guys is this person was Black. She said, she used these words, it would look better if it was a Black person. Can you imagine in today's culture? Can you imagine? Or can you imagine if it was the other way around? I wish to this day that I would have gone directly up to HR, the head of the department, I wish to this day I would have gone up there and I said, are you basing your decision strictly off of skin color? Oh, no, we're not. No, we're not. We just, she's good at what she does. I said, she doesn't have a teaching degree. Well, no, but, she's working on it. I said, she hasn't been here as long as I have. Yeah, we realized that, and I just kept going. And I was just like, she just basically, everything I said was like, these are not the droids you're looking for. I was like, so yeah, that was pretty sucky. I had been discriminated against so many times because I'm blonde, and fair skin. I get discriminated against constantly. Not really anymore because I don't actually give an F. Like, I don't. Like, but I used to all the time. Oh, she's blonde. She's stupid. Blah, blah. My whole life. If you're blonde, if you are a true blonde, it's funny. Somebody in the comments, now my hair's all gross because I haven't showered. Somebody in the comments actually said, is that your natural hair color? I haven't been to the hairdresser in 5 or 6 years. Yes, it is. I am a true blonde. A true blonde. I can't see when I do this, but can you guys see my eyelashes? And my eyebrows? Yeah. It's my real hair color.
But yeah, it was, I went home that night. I just was like, I told my husband, he's like, I know. Well, I had my mental breakdown. Not too long after that, just too much stuff going on. There was just too much stuff going on in my life, and it's just a long story. It doesn't matter. And ended up in the hospital and stuff. It was really, really bad. But about 2 years later, that director got fired. She was fired. And I ended up having lunch with two of my previous, one was my, had been my assistant, and another one had been a coworker. And she was black. Her name was, well, I won't say her name, and she was black. We got along great. The reason why I'm bringing that up for a reason, okay? So that you know, like, I do have black friends, okay? I have gay people friends, all that. I don't want to hear anything in the comments about it. Anyway, so I was out to lunch with my friend from Colombia and my black friend, literally, and we're having lunch. And the reason why I keep saying black friend is I don't want to say her name, okay? And I also don't want to say my Colombian person's friend's name either. So we'll just call her Tracy. So Tracy was like, Rainy, she's like, so-and-so quit. And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, she quit. The person who had gotten the position. I'm like, you're kidding. Because, I mean, she was like mega competitive and just, the biggest CUNT. Oh, my God. And her name was Karen. I just realized that it really was, I swear. Her name, I will say. Her name was Karen. The irony. Anywho, howdy. She quit. And because her and Tracy had been good friends at the, college. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And she goes, yeah. And she goes, Remy, she wanted me to tell you that if I ever saw you again, I'm thinking, oh, here we go. She goes, she wanted me to tell you that I wish I could have told Remy I was sorry for what I did to her. I was like, what? She's like, yeah, I wish I could have told her I was sorry. I don't know if she found out that someone else had called. I don't know the Tracy didn't know either, but she was like, yeah, she really wanted me to say that if I ever saw you again. And I was just like, wow. I'm like, I wonder what happened. She goes, I don't know. She goes, but she was tearing up when she was telling me. And I was like, I mean, she had my phone number. She could have called me, but I think she was just too, embarrassed, or maybe thought I would yell at her or not take her call, or, you know what I mean? She might have felt like that. So anyway, that was kind of cool. A little bit too late. But that's cool. Things happen. So it is what it is. I'm sure I've screwed people over. I'm not perfect. I know I've hurt people's feelings. I would never do it on purpose unless it was like somebody is being a complete ass to me. Yeah, they're going to get it. They're going to get it. Like, don't come at me, but I wouldn't intentionally go out of my way to like hurt somebody. I would try to get to the bottom of stuff as well. I'm get to the bottom of it type of a person. So to hear that was kind of cool. But yeah, I kind of felt, I actually felt really bad for her when Tracy told me that. I actually felt bad for Karen. I really did. Because I was like, wow, this is something that she realized like a couple years later, and felt apparently like there was nothing she could really do, but it still stuck with her. For it to stick with her like that, tells me that there is good in her, that there is good in her. So, interesting. All right. Well, I have a baby who needs a minty. Are you ready for your minty? It's her treat. She gets one every day. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you guys had a good meal. And we'll see you next meal. Bye, guys.